Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings III. Here today on the channel, we're going to be starting a brand new campaign series as the Kingdom of Jerusalem. We're going to be saving, forming, and rebuilding the Kingdom of Heaven. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. This is going to be a continuation save of my England series, where we set up the Kingdom of Jerusalem with my daughter, and it was sort of generated out in the world. So we're going to be taking control of that, and hopefully making Jerusalem great again. So I hope you guys like the sound of that. Alrighty, so let's get stuck into it. So we have to start off as Britain, of course, and then we'll go over to Jerusalem. I think this is the only way for us to actually play as them. You have to sort of spawn them in the world and then move on over. So we're technically going to be starting off as Britannia, and then we'll move over to Jerusalem. So King Pons Gilliam of Jerusalem of the House of Toulouse, which we'll rename that eventually. So Emperor William, this is my Britain series, which I've done on the channel. But to finish things off, we're going to have to get rid of you, unfortunately. We don't want you inheriting the throne once I sort of leave England in the save. So we're going to be playing as Jerusalem, and it's going to be interesting to see as well how Britain does, because they have, well, the Empire of Britannia. They have Northern Iberia, obviously Normandy, and how will they sort of survive and hang out in the world. So if you go here and just go switch character, you can go all the way down here, and we can play as Jerusalem, which is quite cool, because we are playing as technically the cousin of Emperor William. So we'll play as King Pons of Jerusalem. Alright, let's start things up. So it's a 1182 AD. Jerusalem has a decent amount of territory. Also, the Byzantines have territory in and around us in Egypt. So we're going to be focusing on sort of the Persian Empire that's realistically been formed. So I'm 47. I'm wrathful, paranoid, gregarious as well, of the House of Toulouse. Adequate, unfortunately slow. He's a Crusader king, however. Reclusive. But let's have a look at this family tree, and I'll sort of explain where we are. But 17 marshals, quite good. A descendant of William the Conqueror, of course. But if you can already look something down the parents, my mother was Queen Matilda, the first crusading queen of... well, she was the first Crusader queen, you could say. But she was related to the England line. Yeah. Oh, no, it's Selvio, isn't it? Yeah. Here are all my claims that I have in and around Jerusalem itself. Matilda was the English Crusader queen. Who was the first one. That's it. Queen Selvio is my mother, who technically was the first queen of Jerusalem. So Matilda was technically the unofficial. So I'm the cousin of Emperor William there. There was my brother, who converted and tried to take the kingdom, and unfortunately my brothers William and Gilbert have passed away. But so I'm back on the channel now, guys. Took a week break. September, October usually gets quite busy for me, but I have been working to prepare content for you guys. We're going to be doing daily episodes of this Jerusalem campaign until we wrap it up, and then I'm going to be doing another CK3 series right after. Let me know what that should be, but I have a couple of ideas. Maybe the HRE, maybe the Byzantines, France. Let me know in the comments. I've also got an Epirus DEI campaign coming out, and a Nicket Claw and Mazdamundi as well. So we can try and form out Rima. I think that's easier said than done. Found a new empire, because as we're playing as Jerusalem, we've got some specific stuff we can go on and do here. But it's just that sort of time of the year. I've used the uni excuse a little bit way too much, but we've been playing a lot of games. We had a lot of early access, like Troy back to back. Also with CK3 in development as well. So I just needed a week break, guys. Hope you do understand. So yeah, House of Toulouse there. Yeah, so I basically want to make it its own cadet branch. Ideally, if it was optimized a bit better with my mother Selvio, she would have married someone and not given the title for him. But it looks like the House of Toulouse has actually died out now anyway, which is interesting. So we're going to have to make our own cadet branch over here. I think it's our best place. We'll rename it, and yeah, we'll form a cadet branch. So I don't want it to be called Toulouse, because it was the Normandy English that was the first Crusader queen who won, and then with my mother Salvio was the first queen. So, Toulouse, Jerusalem. I don't know if I like the badge though. I wish I could change it, but I actually might rename the house. We want to honour our ancestral roots, so we'll go with Normandy or Normandy, Jerusalem. I think that's probably the play, because we had that succession crisis, didn't we? After William the Conqueror lost all his sons and went down the female line, so they're technically Normandy of Alençon. Yeah, because Alençon is technically in Normandy. I think that's the province of where we came from. So we'll go with Normandy hyphen Jerusalem. Is that what we're called? Normandy hyphen Jerusalem? That's the thing, it's not Spider-Man, is it? It's Spider hyphen man. So we'll go with that. And what's our motto? Never cruel, always good. We could actually just make it the Norman one. What's the Norman motto? Mighty with a sword in hand. Oh, that's pretty cringe. Alright, so I guess we'll go with that. Mighty with a sword in hand. Okay. Mighty with sword in hand. Okay. Because we are not going to be the most pious crusaders, I guess. But so far the AI's done alright. They obviously started off in sort of the Jerusalem region. I got a couple of children, but they've actually expanded way further down south. They've actually managed to seize the holy city of Mecca, bringing under the Crusaders' fold. So I got a daughter, Princess Eleanor, and he's married into a Catholic line there. Okay, nothing overly too important. And I also have a son and heir as well, Prince Pierre. And we'll try and get him married off as well eventually. Okay, so we need to choose the lifestyle. We're setting up the character. I think Marshal's still the play, because we're what, 17? Probably go with the strategic focus. I quite like the Marshal and experience. We get a minus 10% because we're slow, unfortunately, but so be it. But yeah, so we have Egypt mostly under our control, the Cairo-Alexandria region, so we're going to be looking to expand and conquer where we can, touting ourselves with the Byzantines. Now that we are a new king, I want to sort of change my look a little bit here. In the barber shop, you can change some stuff quite cool, but as we are a king of Jerusalem, Knight of the Holy Sepulchre. There was that really cool Crusader King title, I can't remember, where like the first Crusader King didn't want to be called a king. I think he was the defender. I need to Google this. What was it? Yeah, the point I was trying to make is, yeah, the first Crusader King called himself the Holy Defender of the Sepulchre, which is the tomb of Jesus, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we got some other helmets here. What else have we got to look at? No, I don't particularly want to give him a royal helm like that. The Crown of Constance. No, an Imperial crown looks a little bit funny. We'll just leave him with a small one there. That'll be fine. And we'll give him the Sepulchre cool Crusader loadout. Okay. So we have 53 family members left, where Catholicism, of course. Our culture is technically Frankish. We could maybe change that, because the Normandy one's quite strong, isn't it? Yeah, we're kind of lucky that the French and the Franks have had an okay series, but the Byzantines are actually quite huge here. So we have the Porcid. They are huge. I think they were called Persia at one point. We've got the Numidian kings down here. The Byzantines have retaken Carthage as well, and they're under the control of Constance. We're distantly related to them because a lot of I think we actually share a couple of great grandfathers in this line. So maybe allying ourselves up with the Byzantines is probably the play. Yeah, Princess Demetra. Okay. So we'll go down the strategist stuff there. Lost in thought. So for now, because we've got a lot of eastern enemies, allying myself up with the Byzantines as the play. So Pierre, I wonder what's on his mind. Okay, we need to reforge our army as well. So at the moment, we've only got 200 knights, a couple of men-at-arms, mangonels, over onagers. Armoured horse is definitely what we're going to need at some point. Fortunately enough that we're over in the east, the more or less castles aren't probably going to be as strong as you'd think, as they'd be built up in medieval Europe. So we'll try and go with quality over quantity. But for now, in our border regions, we're not doing too bad. It's basically the Persians, this huge Persian empire that's like gone up next to us. We need to watch out for. Okay, my son's now 14. He's shy. Hey, I've had a daughter. Good. Praise St. Bridget. So we've got a couple of options. I kind of like to keep it within my family. I could go for my mother, Solovia, or potentially my mother my grandmother Matilda. Yeah, so technically her grandfather was William the Conqueror, and then even before that was a Byzantine emperor. Oh, there's a new emperor there. Pierre's now come of age, and we can marry him off to Princess Demetria of the Byzantines. 23. Yeah. We want to ally up with them because they're actually quite huge. We don't want them to attack us. That's the last thing we need to deal with. I'm sure they've forgiven us. From, well, I guess, yeah, the 1212 and other crusades haven't really come to pass just yet. So he's got a decent amount of claims. Alright. And now I'm 62. Hey, I've had a son. I want to have a couple of Baldwins in my family tree. So we'll call you Baldwin. King Ponzigilium. Just sounds a little bit too French for my liking. But we'll go with Baldwin. The faith prepare for holy war. What? Against England? Okay. He's Norman, Catholic. Why does that happen? That's so strange. Alright. I don't know why the crusade is called against my cousin. Do we fight against my family members? We're a little bit distant now, so it's not kinslaying technically, I guess. Oh, okay. So, due to William dying, there's been an Iberian king that's changed over. We'll go with strategist just there. Well, raise the banners. The unstoppable Alexander. Studying the tactics of Alexander. Good, we'll try and adopt a couple of those from his conquest of Mesopotamia. We're gonna need it. Yeah, so it looks like one of my cousins has risen up there. So great, looks like the Empire of Britannia has already lost Iberia. Their claims on it. So we've got 4.8k here. We'll sail all the way over. We're gonna have to help out in the crusade. Count Jocelyn. Looks alright. 32 star commander. I could put in myself, which is 22. Lord Mayor. So we've got a couple of decent commanders in and around here. Well, I wanted to just try and... Why is Norway in on this? That's so strange. So this looks like it's been like an English civil war, but one of them converted their religion. And we're not getting caught in because we haven't got any close alliances with them. I wanted to sort of pick apart some of these Egyptian, Arabian Peninsula kingdoms. But looks like we're heading to Iberia to help out in the crusade. Castile and Navarre. We probably can pick up on those outlying territories. We'll send Pons Gillam to help out in the crusade. How weird would it be if we are successful in this? We can set up like a victorious crusade state in northern Iberia. Just the problem is they're still dealing with the Iberians that were Galatia, Leonica still. They weren't doing too well. So we'll try and take some forts here we can. And once again, the Crusaders are leaving the Holy Lands to find loot and plunder in European kingdoms. So, we've disembarked just outside Portugal. And we'll try and take some of these castles where we have. Oh, great. As soon as we leave, we've got scandalous priests popping up in Jerusalem. Just what we need. We can split our army up a little bit here. Oh, we've been caught. But we're doing alright. Against the heathenist Castilians. Yeah, I guess he must be like reformed Catholicism. That's what's gone and happened. Oh, what? Oh, so we've... Oh, just what we need. As soon as we leave... Okay. Collad. Okay, so that's the province there. The Wrath of the Cross. So, William has now won. Well, I guess he was close, so he did most of the... Yeah, helping out on this one. Alright. By St. George, we've helped out. Now we have to double back and deal with this incursion into Jerusalem. Alright, so we've sailed all the way back. A question of loyalty. My wife is with child. Uh-oh. There might have been some debacle around it. Alright. 23. We'll give it to myself. So there's 5,000 on the board here. We might need to get some mercenaries to help out. We've got a decent amount in the bank, but we're still reforming our armies. We've got some armoured horse, 100, 400 normal, and we've just got shy of 1.2k. Yeah, so already the Saracens are pushing south. So we're going to have to go north to meet them. I wanted to sort of be on the front foot and take the initiative. Oh, we might be able to win this. Yeah, we're doing alright. So looks like the Crusaders are going to throw back the Saracens at the Battle of Damascus. We had a couple of high-ranking generals there, but they've managed to die off. Which is a shame. So we've won that, which is good. I'm very fortunate... Oh, I'm going to have died. I'm very fortunate. It's like Paradox is listening. I was very fortunate that... Oh my god. The full Persian Empire hasn't come in, but unfortunately he's died. Gillam, and now my son Pierre, who's 22. A zealous man fought for glory against the heathens in one of the holy wars. Now my son has risen to the throne. And unfortunately he's wounded. Oh my god, so a couple of my generals are being toppled off here. So we've got a new king already, and with a Byzantine daughter. That might come in handy, because she's born in purple. Okay, so I have to 17. I'm wounded. That's the problem. Hey, so I've had a son. I've already got a couple of other sons, which I haven't been able to name. So I want children. I want a Baldwin. Baldwin must rule Jerusalem. Not Pierre de Guillaume or whatever his name is. Pierre's 2. And Baldwin 0. He's slow as well. Oh, I don't like that trait. But yeah, if we can have a couple of decent children, we might be able to snipe the Byzantine throne. We'll just have to see. But now we have to deal with this war, though, that we've been thrown in on. Okay, we'll reform the army where we can. But I hate being on the back foot. We're minus 29 here now. I like to take the initiatives in wars. Instead of just getting war decked. We've been drawn in by the Pope. Didn't want to do that. And now we have to secure our northern border here. But as soon as we left, they attacked us. I wanted to focus on some of the Arabian and Egyptian territory, but okay, we might need to fall back here. Oh my god, this is so close. This is like, this could be make or break for the series. I've had a little bit of bad RNG. Because sometimes... Oh, we could have a civil war there. Or an uprising, rather. Yeah. Because we could have to secede northern Jerusalem, which I want to try and avoid if we can. Okay, so we've won that back. It's 5% now. There are... Yeah. Lost in thought, so bad. So there does seem to be a decent amount of fortifications north. To demand liberty, it's time for you to recognise the Liberation Army. Okay, so we're +3 at the moment. I'm gonna secede it. Oh, you need to form up here quickly. My vassal's been wounded. We have to deal with this. I'm actually surprised of how many forts are up there. Hey, so it looks like the Byzantines have come and helped us out here. Oh! But we're bankrupt. Great. Just what we need. Okay, let's pull you further back. So the Byzantines have saved the day. Yeah, because I'm married to the Emperor's sister. Would they want a white peace? Oh, they're going to accept. We'll take that. Alrighty. Well, we'll disband the army and we'll try and wrap things up today. Thank you very much for watching the first episode of the Jerusalem campaign. Stay tuned for episode 2 coming out tomorrow. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.